What is up, fam nation? Today is a video more dedicating to my friend, longtime friend, Aaron Boyd. If your family sees this, Aaron, this is no disrespect to them or you. This is just my condolences and my speech for you. Aaron passed away February 23rd of this year. It was a Saturday night. I was at work. Came home from work and saw the text message, screenshots and all. And I was devastated, not gonna lie. I thought it was like a sick prank because knowing Aaron, he has his twisted ways at times. You know, he's a great guy, don't get me wrong. He's a loving, caring guy. He God-fearing and all. But he has sometimes his some of his twisted schemes and plots he puts. You know, at first everyone thought it was a prank, you know, hoping and praying that it was just a sick ass prank. And then the truth came out. We saw photos of him at the morgue before he, you know, was cremated. And it was like, wow, this is real life. This is some real stuff right here going on. But let's not talk about the sad parts. Let's talk about the good parts. So back in 2018, I met Aaron Boyd off of this app called Yubo. Originally, it was called Yellow at the time, but it's still an existing app. We were the first two guys. He was the first guy. I was the first guy that met him. We were the first two people that met in our core friend group that is still standing today. Some of the people that are in there no longer in there because they fell off or they have their own lives. You know, we have a man named Pablo, Samantha, some other people. Keyshawn is one of them. I can name some other friends that we ended up making and growing in this core group. And then, you know, some of them like Faith and Destiny, so on and so forth. Some of them just kind of left the group because of all the drama that was going on. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the drama was caused by him. Like I said, he had his slick, twisted ways of doing things, of showing his love. But I will never deny the fact that he brought a lot of good impact on every single one of us. He put a good impact on every single one of us. Even when he had those shitty, fucked up moments with him, we always had something good to say about him at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, he's what brought us together. My mental health has took a huge toll because of the loss of him. I'm still in mourning. You know, I'm still hurt by it because it's still something I'm trying to process. You know, someone I've known for so long. I've known this man for so long. 2018? We're in 2024. I'm 28. This man passed away when he was 31. He's in his early 30s and he passed. That's young. Old to people that are younger than him, but that's young in reality. That's younger than Michael Jackson passing away. And Michael Jackson passed away in his 50s. Aaron, I just want to say to you, I know you can't see me. I know you can't hear me, but I know you're upstairs with your dad. I don't think you would have it any other way. If you had to pass, this was the way that you wanted to pass, because at least you're now at peace, and now you can go to the promised land and meet your father there, because I know he's waiting for you. As for the family, I send my condolences. I do send my condolences to you all. You guys are a family, regardless on the good and the bad things y'all do. No, it doesn't matter. Y'all family. But I will say this: if you're a family, stay as a family. This should be a lesson. No matter what happens, y'all need to stick together, stronger, better, everything. In every aspect, you guys need to pull it together. Because in reality, I know the truth, but I'm not going to put it out there. There's so much I could say about this man, good and bad. to the point where it could put me into tears. You know, I remember the days we get on Fortnite and just talk shit to each other and play. The days we would play Dragon Ball or whatever game he had and I had and we could all play together. I remember those days like if it was yesterday. I think the reason why this impacts me the most out of our friend core group is because I barely got any time to speak to him. You know, there was a little, I don't know, it was a little distance between us near his time of passing. I remember the last time I spoke to him on the phone, it was about something he wanted to tell me or talk to me about, and then, we never got to talk afterwards. I used to hit him up every so often, seeing how he was doing, because I knew his father's birthday was coming up, and it just so happens to be his father's birthday was coming up, and he passed away before his father's birthday even got to come up. Part of me feels like he knew that his time was coming up and he was just trying to make the best of it. I will say this though, that man loved him some pizza, loved him some burgers, loved him some good OJ. When I mean OJ, I mean like some good pop, some good soda. It didn't matter what kind of soda it was. He loved him some of that good soda with his pizza, with his burgers. That man loved food. He loved himself some good food. I remember there'd be times I would take pictures and send it to the group chat, and he'd be like, "You motherfucker, how dare you? How dare you send that to this group chat knowing that I might be wanting some of that?" There'd be times he'd be like, "Yo, can I get a plate, my brother? Like, you got home cooked meals?" I remember I showed him some curry goat with some dumplings and all that my ex made for me and the family. Man, he was so jealous, but it was a good memory because that was our friendship. Regardless on how good or bad it was, we always, let's just say this, even if me and him had an issue, right? A few months down the line, we would come back together and talk it out. Talk about what happened, why it happened, apologize, be grown as men about it. And that would be it. There is no friend I've ever had that would do that besides him. Some of my friends that I've had issues with, they would take longer than a month. There'd be times that me and Aaron wouldn't even take longer than maybe a few days. We just take a few days from each other and then we come back, talk about it. Boom, we good. But I will not say he was so innocent. He's not an innocent dude. No one's innocent, to be honest. But he wasn't perfect. But you know what made him perfect? The fact that he wasn't perfect. That's what made him perfect. Because with all that slimy, slickety stuff that he could do to you, all the back and forth things that he could do to you, all the lying, all the bad, negative things he could do to you, he always did it for a reason. Some of it was just, messed up. But some of it was for a good reason. There'd be times he'll purposely make up stuff just to bring one of the members back to the OG group. That's how it worked. It was like he did weird things for us to come back together. Just to, just to come back together. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, so-and-so said this about you. Wait, what? I gotta talk to him." Next thing you know, I'm talking, like, "No, I didn't say that about you." And then we have to go and squash it. I'm like, okay, I see what just happened there. But all in all, he is a great guy. Yes, he had some fucked up ways of showing his love and passion for his friends and his peers and his relationships. We're not even going to get into that. Relationships, we're not going to get into that. But let's just say this man did a lot. Not all of it was good. Not all of it was bad. But I like to take the negative and the positive and put it in together as one and say that everything he did would always turn up to be a good thing, even if it was a bad thing. And that's mainly because, like I said, he brought us together. He brought all of the people that he loved and adored as friends, the people that he called his brothers, his sisters, his friends, his girlfriends, whoever it was. He brought those specific selective, singular people together, whether you were in a relationship or not. He brought you together. He would help you out. He would even get jealous when I used to show him the shorties I used to talk to before I got into a relationship. And that man would be like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, can you put me on? 30 something years old, asking for me, as young as I was when I met him, to put him on. He was like a big little brother to me because he looked up to me more than I looked up to him. But I looked up to him for certain things: his work ethic, his family orientated personality. He was all about his family. Even when his family did him wrong, he was always about his family. He was always about putting people before him. Shit, you hungry? Here, take this. I'm gonna eat a little bit, but you can take the rest. Oh, you need something to drink? Hey, here's a few dollars right here. I never asked this man for money, but I guarantee if I did, he would give me a few dollars here and there just to get what I needed. And that's the whole point about this man, our friendship, and everything that, led up to now. I just watched his service, to be honest, and I was almost in tears because it's just like I said, it's hard to process a death. You sit there and you're like, damn, what am I going to do now? This was the person that I used to game with, I used to have conversations with, so on and so forth. Used to have beef with, used to have drama with. I swear we could actually make a TV live action. I mean, not live action. I swear we could definitely make a reality show with him. Because that's how it was sometimes. It felt like I was in a reality show, being around him, being in our group. But at the end of it all, I'll say this. Aaron Boyd was a great friend. Yes, he had some very odd ways of showing it, but nothing compares to a great friendship versus a shitty friendship. It wasn't a perfect one, but it was something to look back and say, you know what? I'm glad I met this man. I'm glad we were cool. I'm glad we had, we didn't end on bad terms, because me and him didn't end on terrible terms. It's just we were both busy people. But yeah, with that being said, Aaron, I know you up there right now looking down on all your friends, including myself. I just want to say I'm happy that you are finally in a better place. And I am happy that you are finally able to rest in peace with your father. It's kind of difficult to still come to reality, come to terms with this very tragic event. I know everybody is supposed to die at some point, but it gets to my head sometimes when I'm thinking that could have been anybody. That could have been me. That could have been anybody else in the friend group. But it was you. And that's what trips me out. It's the fact that you're the person that ended up passing. So yeah, I want to do one thing that I don't usually do on this channel, and that's read a prayer from this little thing I call All Day with God. My great-grandmother's. My dad's grandmother, which is my great-grandmother, passed this down to him, and he passed it on to me. So I'm going to look for a prayer, and I'm going to read it to end off this video. And with that being said, let's do a little transaction. Okay, so I found 2 different prayers I'm going to read before I end this video off. The first prayer is called Upon the Death of a Loved One. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be thy name of the Lord. O God, it is hard for me to say it, but take what is your own. Give me the strength and the courage to take up my life again without unreasonable sorrow or any bitterness. All you who have known sorrow, pray for me and mine. Rachel, who mourned for her children, David, who wept over Abel, Mary, mother of sorrows, who stood by the cross of. The cross of who is the question. The cross of your Son. Comfort me now in my sorrow, and help me say, as you did, God will be done. And then the last one is a prayer for a happy death. O Jesus Christ, who died for me, grant that I may not die without you. No matter where I die, dear Jesus, or when you choose to call me, please let me have a holy priest to help me at that hour. May the holy souls whom I have tried to help pray for me at that moment. May all the holy angels shelter me with their wings and give me, Jesus dear, the time and the grace to say, act of construction. Is that what it says? I think that's what it says. It's kind of weird how, anyway, and to die with your name on my lips, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Assist me in life and death. In his name we pray. Amen. With that being said, you guys, this was a different video, not just for my YouTube channel, but for the entire world to see. This is more of a different side, different person that you guys know to be C Nation Gaming. It's going to take a while for me to get past this. I'm going to still try to post videos out there. But for this is personal. This is something that I needed to post up, regardless if I was planned or not. This today was his service. So this has to be posted because it's not for me. It's not for anyone but him and his family. With that being said, if you guys ever have someone that you love or you've had issues with, do not let them go without having good terms, because you never know when their last day may be or when your last day may be. Make sure at any and all times you guys make amends with whoever it is, because you never know when your last day or their last day comes up. I know that says a lot because I'm never going to see my ex again for reasons I'm not going to speak on. But at some point, I would want to eventually make sure that me and her are not on any bad terms ever again. But that's probably not going to happen. So listen to me, don't listen to me. I would rather y'all listen to me. I may be a contradiction, but I would rather you guys listen and take my advice. Because you never know when someone's going to go. And the last thing you want to know is, I was not cool, or we had bad intentions, we had a bad, falling out, and we never got to squash it. I don't want you guys having those moments where you have to think about it like, damn, we never got to squash the beef, and now he's gone, So yeah, with that being said, you guys, I'm gonna close this video off with this. I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, even though this isn't really one of those type of videos. Peace out, y'all, and y'all have a wonderful, blessed day.